Hey Tikkies, okay, today I've got something really sad to show you. I broke a nail. It was my favourite nail, my ring fingernail. I don't know if any of you have favourite nails, but I do, and that's this one. And it was really sad. I broke it on my car door when I was getting out of the car. I don't know how I did it, to be honest, because I'm usually very mindful of this, my left hand. I usually do everything with my right hand, because I don't care about those nails. Like, not really, anyway. I kind of don't care. But anyway, isn't it awful? Oh, God. But, ever the optimist, I'm going to show you how I'm going to fix it. Now, the stuff that I'm using to fix it is basically, they call it gel, but I think it's just nail glue. It smells like nail glue. It works like nail glue, and that's all I'm using at this point. I may go on to try other things if this doesn't work very well, but so far it's holding up. And basically I'm just going to paint that glue onto the break and then push my nail using an orange wood stick. Now I'm not using my fingers because if you accidentally stick your finger to your nail then you've got even more of a problem. So that's why I'm using an orange wood stick to sort of hold that there. I'm lucky because, well, not lucky, well, yeah, there's no luck involved. It was just bad luck, really. That's the kind of luck that was involved in this. So as you can see, I'm doing this in real time too. I haven't speeded up this footage for you, so you can see how long it takes. And you can see it doesn't take very long, and then it's pretty much stuck. But all the glue on the top is kind of wet still, so you've got to wait for that to completely dry. And then you can go ahead and buffer that so that you don't end up with a big lump of jelly, whatever you call it, nail glue. So once the nail glue is completely dry, you want to go ahead and buff it. I'm using an I&M Nails buffer finisher. It's a 180 by 280 medium/fine grit. I start with the sort of medium grit and then turn it over and do the fine grit. Now you want to make sure that you're only buffing the actual glue that's on your nail. You don't want to buff your actual nail or as little as possible, because you will thin out the actual nail bed and end up with very weak nails. And you don't want that to happen, because then this will happen and it'll just be, a never-ending awfulness. So as you can see, that's done. I'm going to go ahead and use a base coat. I'm using today Essie's Grow Faster. I don't know if it makes your nails grow faster. I've just got my fingers crossed. I have used it before, but I didn't really notice any, my nails tend to grow pretty quickly anyway. So I do 2 coats of that. And the reason for that is that even though I've buffered it, there might still be, because I was really concerned about making sure that I didn't buff too much of my actual nail. So that's why I do 2 coats, just to make sure that we have a really nice smooth finish. So moving on, I decided to do some nail art after doing that, because I couldn't just sit there and stare at that. Now you can see that there's a little bit, I could have maybe buffered a little bit better on the sides, but it's not a big deal and I can live with that. So I'm using Floss Gloss's Mrs. Tony Montana, and that's 2 coats of that. And then I'm also using Floss Gloss's Wet, which is a yummy mint polish. I'm also going to be using a water decal on my broken nail, because it's got a busy pattern and less likely to show up, any imperfections caused by the break. So as you can see, just dip that nail decal into some water. I just cut out, like a general shape of my nail. And yeah, you've seen me use these before. I'm sorry, I'm still a little bit distracted by the fact that this nail is broken. I use a top coat to try and shrink wrap the decal to my nail. This decal didn't shrink wrap as well as my previous ones from the same company. And then the cleanup was a lot harder. I don't know, it was because of the silver. Yeah, I think it was just because of the passion. It was really, really stubborn and wouldn't budge. I would left myself wishing that I'd used some latex to protect myself. Sorry. Yeah, anyway, so my middle nail I'm adding 2 coats of wet over the white base. The reason I do that is that it just makes the colour even brighter and yummier. And finally I'm adding a coat of Floss Gloss's Dimepiece over my pinky and my index nail. Then we're going to seal everything in with a good quality top coat. I'm using Seche Vite for this one, as per usual. And that's it for this one. I really hope you liked it. I was terribly traumatized, but I hope it sort of made a little bit of sense to you and hopefully help you if you ever suffer a terrible tragedy of breaking your nail in the future. I also can't stress enough how important it is for you to have nail glue on hand at all times. Like any kind of nail glue, just have it with you all the time just in case you need it. Now this fix should last at least a couple of manis. Because I change my polish so often, it won't last as long on me as it would on other people. And also the fact that I use non-acetone remover should make sure that it lasts a little longer than if I was using acetone. So I also wanted to mention I wouldn't recommend using any glitter polish on the broken nail until it's grown out. The reason for that is that you do, in order to take off glitter nail polish, you tend to have to soak it even in non-acetone remover, which could damage the fix that you've, applied to your broken nail. So yeah, no glitter polish. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye, chickies. Oh, and thank you for subscribing, and thanks for that delicious thumbs up. Bye.